What have you seen from Washington, watching film? Just what have you seen from their offense? They've been pretty good recently.
Yeah, they had a great last weekend. Um, Not much personally. For us, the game plan's the same, and it's just trust the coach's plan and let it rip from our aspect. Trust our stuff and go ahead and do what Oregon baseball does.
For you, what are you looking to improve upon from your last start?
I think there's always stuff to improve, regardless of the outcomes of your start. For me personally, obviously, it's stuff I've been talking about all year, whether it's first pitch strikes, getting ahead with both breaking balls, little things like that, body language, demeanor, presence. But for the most part, like I said before, it's just about being myself and letting rip and trusting everybody behind me.
The season is kind of winding down here. 6 regular season games left. What's been the message from Waz, from Hawk, for finishing the season strong?
I think there's been a sense of urgency in a good way. Good teams, great teams at any level, whether it's even football, baseball, basketball, doesn't really matter. When crunch time happens, they kick it into a different gear, and the coaches know that we have an ability to do so. And they're praising our talent and they're praising our work ethic, and they just they want to motivate us. But obviously that's from within, and I think the leaders in this ball club are doing a great job trying to captivate and motivate the guys.
Pitching on Sunday, like you're the bookend of a rotation. Friday, Saturday, how does what happens Friday, Saturday influence you on Sunday? Does it influence you on Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's easy to say that. And I'd be lying to you to say that it doesn't. But truly, it shouldn't in a way. I'm just trying to do my job and take care of business. As an older guy, I've seen plenty of college baseball games to know, and college baseball series to know that ultimately every game matters. Whether it's you go up 2-0, it's 1-1, or you're down 0-2. You got to take every single game with the same seriousness and the same level of competitiveness as the first one of the season, right? So I love pitching on Sundays. It's great. I really, really appreciate the opportunity that the coaching staff gives me every weekend. I'm going to keep going for it.
You mentioned you're an older guy. We were talking to Waz. What have you seen from the freshmen? We were talking to Waz about, this is longer than, their high school season. Do they still have, in the tank? What have you seen from the freshmen on this team in that regard?
Well, their work ethic is unbelievable. And I think it's showing as they continue to stay healthy as the season goes on. A lot of the early season hurdles are out of the way now, whether that's just, the inner butterflies or the pressure or whatnot. These guys are super talented and they're really competitive. And I'm really looking forward to seeing them continue to grow, not only as a player, but as an individual and as a human, as we start getting into playoff baseball.
Kind of an overarching question, but just as you're an East Coast kid, just what's it been like pitching in the Pac-12 this year?
I love it. I love everything about it. The competition has been great. The schools, the brands that we get to play are also really cool. That's something that I grew up watching from a distance. It's been a tremendous opportunity to be able to kind of step into such a cultured and historic conference. It's been a really, really good time. It's been fun.
The bullpen's been pretty dominant in the last couple of games. Just what's it feel like for you where maybe you don't have your best stuff one day and you leave after 4 or 5, but you got guys like Moore, Mullen, Jackson Jordan. Just what's it been like for you as a starter with those guys behind you?
It's great. I speak about trust a lot, whether it's the guys playing behind me in the field, hitting, guys in the dugout who aren't even playing. Obviously, the bullpen's really, really impactful. Their performances have been incredible. I have a lot of confidence when I'm able to come out of games. I'm not sitting on the bench uneasy or upset or angry. Like, I'm looking forward to watching these guys pitch because I trust them and I love them so much. I just want to see the best for them.
Where do you feel like you've developed the most over the course of the year?
Maturity, I would say. That's something that the coaching staff has highlighted for us as a group, is the ability to mature and become young men that we are. I'm super proud of the way that I've developed in a sense off the field. Obviously that's something that not a lot of people really maybe identify as a key factor for success. But for me, I do, at least, because I know that there's going to be life outside of baseball, and I'm just trying to be the best person I can, the best teammate I can, and the best influence I have on the community or whoever comes to our games from a fan base perspective.
As a veteran, Waz was talking about how like hitters, when they get to 100 at bats, they kind of start to have that light bulb moment, whatever you want to call it. In your experience, did you have that at all as a pitcher? Like, was it a certain amount of starts that you've kind of observed, like, okay, it slows down for me now at all?
I think at the college level, certainly. Whether that was through a couple spring seasons or even summer seasons, I would say especially in the summer, going and playing by myself a lot. Yeah, you just got to face batters. You can only do so much in, simulated situations, whether that's throwing lives on the field or in a gym or, in bullpens. I think getting out there and competing says a lot about you, from an outside perspective, but also from within. Obviously there's no set number or anything, but yeah, it's a feel thing, but for sure, yeah.